want to be an adult? Okay, I'll treat you like one. By the time a kid is 8 years old, the odds of me finding them a foster home are maybe 5%. And people talk. You get a reputation for running away, acting out. Soon that 5% goes down to 0. And you're right there, Theo. You're on the edge. And you're bringing your sister with you. I'm gonna go back in there and talk to them. Then you're going to come in and apologise. Understand?
What's the point?
Point of what, Theo? Family?
Yeah.
She's right, Theo. We need a family.
Okay, so now we're going to jump forward, back slightly, aren't we, to a moment where Theo is in one of the street races that appear in the game. So this is with a group called the Midnight Collective, which you may have already heard us talk about a little bit in the past. But the Midnight Collective is the street racing group in the game. This is a race type that happens that, for us, has got a bunch of lore around it, where we present not just the race itself, but also the concept of this all being live streamed as it's happening. So as you're racing through these moments, you'll be being watched by a group of people on a live stream, and you'll start to see all these cool reactions coming through from the people watching the race, and they'll react as you would expect. From when you pull off a cool stunt, you'll see them react accordingly. And we'll have a little bit more detail on how some of that stuff works when we get a bit further into the demo. We're also in a part of France as well here, which is another urban location that is not Monaco. So this in our game is called Corinne, and it's more of a fictional space, this one, based off of some areas. If you're familiar with the local area, it's loosely based off of an area called Cagnes-sur-Mer.
All right, we'll now do a little time jump again, and we're going to meet Cass for the first time. So this is the player's first chance to play with Cass, and also this is their first chance to get a feel for some of the off-road play in Clutch. Again, as with the previous sequence, we thought this is a part of our open world, so this is somewhere that you'll be able to go and explore as part of the open world of Clutch when you jump into the game.
Just a scenic drive, nothing major. You love the smell of lavender, right? Yeah, right.
We all hold our breath there because there is a bug when you take these jumps.
We might get it.
Yeah, no, he just about held it. Just about held it. Yes, there is a bug that can cause the car to very unnaturally spin at that point. But well done, Andy. You held it.
You can see he's landed quite hard though. That bumper at the back is fairly loose now. It's hanging on by a thread that way.
G build quality is pretty good.
That's telling this game really starts to take place. In this moment, Cass and Theo are taking part in the Riviera 1K, which is the sort of the biggest sporting institution in our gaming world. This is something that all the people of Monaco and the surrounding area, and the world in fact, are completely obsessed with. Cass and Theo are part of the team Celeste Marshall, and it is run by their adopted father here, who is Ludo. And Ludo is played by an amazing actor called Gregory Montel, who anybody from France that's watching this right now might be familiar with Gregory. So he's been in a lot of French cinema and French TV, and does a fantastic job of playing Ludo, who is... He's an interesting, complicated character. Sometimes comes across as a better coach than he does a father.
Wait. It's a good idea. Wave.
We lose.
He had a daughter.
Yes. Yeah.
No, that's okay. Top three's fine. Okay.
Hey, come here. Your zip's low.
Oh, where would I be without you?
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, Miko.
it's your lucky day. May got disqualified, so your brother will be losing to me by 7 places, not 8.
oh my days, this weird guy is trying to talk trash to me. Get out of my head, man. What's your kid doing there?
Uncle Theo.
What's up, little man?
I don't know, maybe he has something to tell you?
Oh, yeah?
You're sloppy off the line and you lack proper commitment on the first corner.
Oh. Fuck you, little man.
Any advice for me?
So
Nah, you're better than
there's a
your
couple of other things that are worth mentioning with the R1K that we're pretty proud of. So we worked really closely with a real-world F1 designer, livery designer that is. So they helped us come up with all the great, cool livery designs that you see on all the cars. So all those teams are ever present in every single race that you'll do. So you'll be racing against those same teams in each of the R1K events that you take part in. And as well as that, we actually did a load of work with our narrative team. So we spent the time to think about the R1K and its history. So if you go around and you speak to, hopefully most members of the team here, they'll be able to tell you who was the champion of the R1K back in 1984, all the way through to...
Who was the champion of the R1K in 1984 then?
I think it was... Wasn't it Ludo at that point?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dug yourself out of that one. Well done.
So another thing to mention there in that cutscene, we did meet a new character. That was Miko, who is Theo's best friend, and he is the current champion of the R1K. He's a little bit older than Theo, isn't he? Something of a mentor character for him.
I expect you to make up time on this sector.
And I guess also in stark contrast to the stuff that you see in the street races, this is as you see, it's like proper traditional motorsport racing. So it's all about taking the best line and doing all the things that you would need to do to be great in a proper motorsport race.
Also worth mentioning, which if you were paying attention, you might have spotted. A completely different UI style in the different modes as well. So in the Midnight Collective ones, it has that kind of live stream aesthetic, whereas here it's more inspired by like professional sports broadcasts, so Sky Sports, ESPN, those sort of things. Just give it that kind of like very professional motorsport aesthetic.
Miko! Theo, Gas, stay in your cars! Miko!
Just see.
I told people I knew the risks. I said I knew what I stood to lose. But it's the ones who are left behind who lose the most. If the R1K cannot be made safer, I will drive a stake through its heart. Because This race cannot and will not be allowed to ever hurt another driver. Not under my tenure. We have 2 drivers dead. 3 more in intensive care. I understand that the R1K is historic, its 100th year, but changes have to be made. Automated driving systems are now fully capable of... Automated driving systems are now fully capable
Mr. McBride,
of...
you're talking about AI? Letting computers drive the cars instead of people?
No, absolutely not. But traction control, brake assists, collision detection. We use automated systems in commercial vehicles because we care about the safety of our civilian drivers. Don't we care about our drivers too? They're our family.
Given your history, your injury, can you be impartial on this?
My history makes me biased towards keeping my drivers alive. Thank you.
If we had this before, Miko wouldn't be dead.
And what do you think, Dad?
I think now the sport is dead.
What the heck's gonna happen next?
Ça c'est de la merde.
Guys.
Jesus.
Hey, Theo. They just sent their new directives.
I know where this ends. Empty cars, no drivers, no sport.
Guys.
Maybe we should just file a complaint.
When a plane crashes, they don't ban pilots. Racing is about courage. It's about risk. The very things that make a life meaningful.
Guys. I'm done.
Don't be stupid.
Well, after something like this, keeping a routine is probably healthy.
I'm done. For the rest of the year at least, maybe longer. I don't even know.
You have sponsors. You have a contract. You have promotions. So you stay. We have to keep the sport alive.
Mika's dead, Dad. I'm done.
He died. You lived. If you don't race, what are you leaving for?
What am I living for? Jesus Christ, it's just a race!
Theo, both of you, just chill!
The Marshal Celeste legacy will not be that we walked away and let our sport die.
I don't care about our legacy!
Theo, it's...
No, chill!
Ah!
Get out! Out! And you'd better be on the track first thing.
As we said, sometimes better coach than father.
Yes. So yeah, definitely more. It's funny, isn't it? Just like they get out, they just remember, oh God, I've got training in the morning. Make sure you're at the training track in the morning.
Also, just told him to leave his own house.
Yeah, that is also a funny thing. I think you actually saw a really nice bit of performance there. So Theo is played by Tosin Cole. Tosin just gives an incredible performance in this game. We honestly really fell in love with Tosin from the very, very first time we got him to kind of even read the bio of the character. You kind of just got who this guy is. And Tosin as an actor can push it all the way from like funny and charming and charismatic over to kind of has that intensity that we've just seen. He has a little bit of an edge to him, and he's able to just move between those different moods in a way that just feels so real. In that moment there, I think you see that really nice bit where Ludo tells him to get out of the house, and this wasn't in the script, it was kind of just a choice that Tosin made, where you can see the cogs turning, where Tosin's thinking, he goes to answer back to his clearly angry dad, and he just thinks better of it, and he kind of like, he decides not to do it, and he walks out. And as Ben points out, he was being told to get out of his own house. That's probably what he was going to say. This is my house, you get out. But obviously realised, you know what, it's fine, I'm just going to go for a drive.
All that stuff about
nothing but the race. Here as well?
I think that's a great shout.
Yeah. So Cass is played by Little Sims. So I'm assuming this is a name that a lot of people are going to recognise, but she's basically the biggest hip-hop star in the UK, biggest rapper in the world right now. She played Coachella last year, or this year, was it? And she was on the main stage at Glastonbury the year before. But she's also done some amazing acting work, and she is an incredible actor as well in this. So she was in Top Boy. She's been, remind me, there's loads of things.
Last year she had a film movie alongside Cillian Murphy on Netflix. It was called Steve. She was in the second Venom movie.
Yeah, but she just, as we were saying, she's just amazing performance as Cass. We're totally convinced that people are going to fall in love with her as a character. She's got a real sort of level of sensitivity to the way she plays the role that just feels super authentic. And I think that also the dynamic between her and Tosin, I think, is great, because obviously they're friends in real life. For people who don't know, they've worked with each other in a bunch of different ways in the past, and you can really tell that they know each other when they have those moments on screen together. Also, a cool moment here as well, because this was a question that I got asked a couple of times when we were showing this in LA not so long ago. But that stuff you can see in the background there, that is all part of the world that you can explore. That's not a background. That is actually part of that Cagnes-sur-Mer based area, Corinne, that we were racing through in the intro.
R1K.
Yeah, she's my sister.
Oh, you're Theo Marshall.
And you're the podcast guy. I recognize your voice.
Whoa. Hey, you really listen to my show? You're not gonna kill me, are you?
Too many witnesses. We do make some good points, though. About me, the R1K. Hey, how long has she been coming?
A while. I guess she gets something here she doesn't there. Hey, Marshall! Want to try her out?
Why not?
Cool. So
Randy that wants that question to check out the
Oh, actually, one other thing that's worth mentioning. So, as you said at the top, Mike, very much in development build, so you'll see lots of sure you'll find lots of bugs as you're watching this. We're painfully aware of all of them. There is a lot of work happening with animation at the moment, so things like hands on wheel and animations, smoothing out and all that sort of stuff. That's, in fact, I believe it's stuff that's already done. We're just, at the moment, we're running a slightly older build, which was the version that we showed off a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Summer Game Fest. So yeah, this is the Summer Game Fest demo. So we took this out to LA, had a like they called it a room. We might describe it more as a tent.
It's definitely a tent.
We brought in a ton of journalists. Some of them got to get hands on, but all of them experienced the demo that you're currently seeing. And we thought, you know what, wouldn't it be nice if we showed this to the world as well? And that's what we're doing right now. So in some elements there is some elements of this which are a little bit old because when you're getting a build ready for a demo like that, you kind of have to lock it down a little bit early ahead of the event. Andy has entered overdrive mode. That's because he's been pleasing the fans so much. He's clicked both sticks together, which kicks off overdrive mode, which gives him a multiplier on all of the scores he picks up while it's active.
It's perfectly clean, I'll have you know.
Get behind another racer and get in their slipstream for a speed boost.
Score's pretty close there, Andy. You ain't got this locked down.
Yeah, for reference, Andy's actually a professional race driver. He actually has a license, so the stakes are high now. You need to sort this out, mate. You need to win this.
Do you want to go to first person to do it, Andy?
No, I missed it. What it can, we'll have to do.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Perfect. Stingy on purpose with the cockpit cast. So you'll have to wait and see the driver arm animation.
No need to worry. All the photos have been scrapped from social media. Yes. Yes, and the videos. Yes. Oh, you're welcome, Your Excellency. Da, do svidania.
You're Emery. My friend said you can help me.
Please try to look like you're having fun, Theo.
I'm not having fun. This is serious.
Yes, but if you look serious, people start to wonder what's wrong. You pique their curiosity. And the fact that you secretly sought me out means you don't want them to be piqued, do you? So smile. Voila. I understand, that you stole Peter Dunn's car? Head of the RIC? Oh, he's a vindictive sort, and will inevitably find a way to disqualify you and your team from the Riviera 1K, unless, of course, I ask him not to.
And why would he listen to you?
Because I have leverage. A real lifesaver when it comes to men like him.
Yeah? What kind of leverage?
Well, it wouldn't be leverage if everyone knew what it was, would it?
Yeah, okay, how much?
People don't pay me in money.
Well, I'm all out of NFTs.
They pay me with their time. And for an hour of yours, I'll throttle your little problem for you.
Weren't you Russian just like a minute ago?
I am who I need to be. Where do your parents think you are right now?
My parents? Lady, I'm a grown-ass man.
Of course you are. My car's outside. Shall we start the clock?
Cool.
Matt,
cool. Okay, so there's a really lovely moment here where you get your first real sort of vista reveal of Monaco. So if Andy's brave enough to change the camera a little bit, there you go. There she is. And yeah, as you go through this drive, you'll sort of get a sense as to just how crazy dense and detailed this space is. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, either way, we're not buying it. We're stealing it.
Steal it? Hey, no shit. Hey, listen, no, I can't be doing this. Right, look, I've changed my mind.
I'll be with you the whole time. You go down, I go down.
No, I can't be stealing stuff. I am a professional racing driver.
Then you know that anyone who can afford to drop that much money on a car can afford to lose it. And we're almost there now anyway.
You know I'm famous. Like you know who I am.
Let's see. What do I know about you? You were adopted by racing royalty from a life of poverty.
You might have noticed the traffic getting a little bit excited there. Yeah, we are still working on the traffic behaviour. They, as you can see, it's pretty dense. At the moment, we're not able to set traffic density per road type, so they don't know if they're on A road, B road, side road. We're actually, again, that is a thing that we're going to show you a little bit more of and get a bit of a behind the scenes on that one at some point soon. So look forward to upcoming podcasts where we talk about both traffic AI and NPC AI.
They're all quite aggro at the moment as well, aren't they?
They are, yes.
Yeah. Watch out, Andy.
They're doing a great job of making me sweat. Yeah.
And again, Andy, if you don't mind, if you just take it a little bit slow on this bit to give us an opportunity to talk a little bit about Monaco, and I guess we'll do a couple of questions as well. As you can see, we are in Monaco, which is kind of the main urban location in our game map. Not the only one. There are other cities as well, but this is certainly the largest. And it's actually a little bit larger than real-life Monaco. So we have allowed our fantastic level design team to go in and add a little bit more space where it was needed. Some of the roads in real Monaco are incredibly tight, as I can attest to on one of our research trips when I damaged the rental car. And we've allowed some changes for gameplay reasons, but more or less every road that you would be familiar with in Monaco is represented. All of the kind of key buildings, key landmarks will appear, and on the subject of buildings, I think it's worth noting as well that basically every single building in this version of Monaco has been built uniquely. This isn't a case of there are cookie cutter buildings that you'll then repeat over and over again. The environment team here has done some amazing work to honestly just bring this city to life and make it really feel like a real place. In real life Monaco, I guess because of the affluence, you do just see this like real shifting architecture from building to building, road to road. So it's been great to represent that.
Yeah, props to the technical art team actually for putting some amazing tooling together to allow that to actually happen.
That car is somewhere inside. Find it for me.
Alrighty, so I've got a question for actually Andy. This is one you can take this one, Andy. So rare opportunity to hear Andy's voice. Feel free to stop to take it if you want. So, will there be licensed body/aero kits, and can we expect things like bumper /wing/door delete?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're working with a whole host of real-world aftermarket parts creators and suppliers to make sure that you can customize the cars as your heart desires.
Something I kind of tasked Andy with, and Andy, you can blame Andy if you're unhappy with the customization options, by the way.
Under the bus I go.
But something that I tasked Andy with was to really try and explore the communities and car culture around each individual car and find the things that a fan of a specific car might really want to see. I think, in the interest of perhaps economics, the alternate choice would be we should choose options that can appear on as many cars as possible. We've actually not done that. A lot of our customization options are car specific. They might only appear on one car or one maybe manufacturer of cars. The thing that I actually really love about that is when you do get a new car, there is a little bit of a discovery when you go and have a look in there and see what options are available for that particular car, which I certainly really enjoy when I'm playing it. And as I say, we don't have to blame Andy. We can thank Andy because it really is.
I'm doing my best, I promise.
We should probably talk a little bit about what's happening right now.
Yeah. So that we're introducing a new gameplay mechanic here. So the Land Rover we can see there is a security car, which is patrolling this luxury car park. And if we were to get into its vision cone, which you can see on the minimap, it would alert, it would pursue us, and it would say, "You're not allowed to be here, get out," and we would get reset to the floor above. What Andy did was pulled into one of the parking spaces.
Just about.
It is a BMW. As far as BMW goes, that was a bang-up parking job. And he pulled into the parking space, killed the engine. You saw Theo duck down a little bit. In our game, that means he's invisible, and that means that the AI can't see him anymore. And you'll use that to kind of end a pursuit when the security or the police are chasing you. You break line of sight; they can't see you anymore. You can hide in your car, and that kind of ends the pursuit phase. So you've got that kind of satisfying way to kind of kill it off when you're done with it.
And right now, Theo, in case you missed it during the drive, Theo's actually been tasked by Emery to find an Aston Martin Valhalla, which has got a piece of clutch tech attached to it, and she has informed him that it's somewhere in this multi-storey car park, and she's done some shenanigans to make sure that all the doors are working and he can get through. So she's on comms and he's doing the exploration trying to find this car.
There's a question here that says, what do you mean when you call Clutch a driving game instead of a racing game? What do you mean? Well, as you can see, the game does feature racing, but the reason I do this is because I feel like when you say racing, it narrows your vision on what the game can be, because racing is one type of car-based experience. But as soon as you say driving instead of racing, that opens that up now, and the possibility of what this game could be expands. So rather than being just a racing game, it's a driving game, and anything that you might imagine yourself doing in a car, any car-based fantasy suddenly comes into play. And so we use this kind of language, and I use this with the team as much as I use it with you guys at home, but it's really about kind of expanding your vision on what the game could be, because it is ultimately bigger than just a racing game. You will spend a lot of your time racing, that is very true, but as you can see, there is a lot more to Clutch than just racing, and that's why we kind of talk about driving rather than just racing.
Smashing through a set of gates in a priceless BMW 507.
It's only 2 million. It's fine.
Not racing though.
It has a price.
It is driving.
Well, Emery should have opened the gate, shouldn't she?
So we're now in Antonella Ritchie's apartment. So it turns out the car was not in the multi-storey car park. So Theo did the logical thing and took the lift up to the penthouse.
Yeah. Well, the lift door just opened, didn't it? It almost invited him in.
And there she is, Antonella, in all her glory.
Ben did that for herself.
I did that.
Do you want to plug your YouTube channel there?
Yeah, go watch Paint with Penrose if you ever got a spare moment. I've been told it's very relaxing.
It is. It's good viewing.
I go full Bob Ross.
He does. So yeah, I think just in the kind of sense of the narrative here, there is a constant escalation in terms of risk and peril for Theo, but we've hopefully, if we didn't talk over it too much, you kind of felt the same way that we intended to, which is that there wasn't really an obvious point for him to kind of back out. It was very much kind of thin end of the wedge, drip, drip, drip. He's just getting further and further and further into peril, without that obvious point where he can just be like, bailing out, going home.
There's the car.
There it is. That's the Aston Martin.
Come on, Andy, go get the car.
I'm chill. I'm Theo.
Actually, he is super chill at the moment. It's one of the things that me and the animation team are talking about is we're currently in the middle of giving him a slightly less chill walk style for the mission.
For this bit.
Yeah. So this is him if he was chilling in his apartment. In this moment, we want him to feel a little bit more like shit's about to go down.
Yeah. I guess this is a good moment to talk about on foot. And if you just hold before going for that door, Andy, maybe just walk around, check out some of the beautiful artwork in here. Because in this demo, you have seen them on foot quite a bit. I'll talk about where those opportunities are to kind of get out of the car and walk around. First of all, whenever there was a car-based fantasy where it made sense, we wanted to do it. So you've seen it at the car meet. You can walk around the car showrooms. You can walk around the villa. When you're customizing your car, you can be on foot. Whenever there's a moment where in real life it kind of feels like that's where the fantasy is. It's being on your feet outside of the car so you can truly experience it. We wanted to fulfill that. And then there are a couple of moments like the one we're in at the moment where the story kind of required us to separate you from the car that you came with for a moment. And here we took that opportunity to have you explore Antonella's apartment, learn a little bit more about her and as you'll soon discover, the peril that you're in. But the truth is, you don't actually spend that much time on foot really in this game. I wanted to mention that just because we've had those 2 moments relatively close together here. But it doesn't actually happen that often. Right, let's see what's through this door.
is this? Some sort of torture room? Oi! Have you got me stealing from the fucking mafia?
Try to keep your head, Theo.
Is that what you said to the last guy that did you a favor?
Relax. This won't trace back to you. Just get to the car. It's in the next room.
Emery?
Not to rush you, but looks like security are on their way up.
Security? It's locked down. There's no way out.
Get that car. It's the only way.
A little bit of help, Emery.
That car has a harpoon, remember? Use it, and then jump.
Jump? Are you insane?
It's the only way. Now, Theo.
I ain't jumping, Emery. You better find another way.
There isn't one. They'll be here any second. There's a road on the hill across the valley. With enough speed, you'll make it. The Mafia don't mess around. You are going off that roof one way or another, Theo.
So, a reminder, as much as we have recovered this Aston Valhalla, the real thing Emery wanted was the harpoon. The car was just the Happy Meal toy that came with it. But the real thing she was after is this experimental clutch tech.
That's a good Happy Meal toy.
It's my bit. So we've done it. We've managed to get ourselves out of the apartment. We've launched ourselves from the roof. We've used the harpoon to safely reach the road on the valley across the way. But we've got some attention on us. We created a bit of noise in doing it, and we've now found ourselves in a high-speed pursuit. I'll take this moment to mention. The feature's called High Speed Pursuits, and this isn't a stealth game. There was no version of this where you could have avoided the absolute chaos, and each of these missions does kind of always end in chaos, because this kind of game, that's where it's at its most fun, when you're foot to the floor, tearing it up across the map, everybody chasing you. That's the better outcome than the, I snuck out and no one spotted me, which doesn't give you that same payoff. Nicely done, Andy. So what we saw there was kind of there's a few of these in the world. So Andy's got the harpoon attached at the moment, and you can use it if you wanted to, Andy. Maybe use it on that car in front of you. Yeah, you could use it if you want, mate.
I'll get the next one.
Okay. How about use it now, Andy? Use it. Bloody use the thing with demo in it. So at this point, Andy can point that anywhere. He has free aim, and he can aim at anything he wants. It always is behaving under the same physics system as the cars in the game. It lives in the same physical world as the cars. What we saw in that corner was a kind of helper from one of our designers, which just helps you with the aiming. That is not a completely canned moment. If you mess up the timing on that, it will spin out the car. It's still operating under the same physics it always is. If there's a car in the way when you're doing it, it won't work. You'll hit the other car and it'll fail. So there's a helper on there to help you out with aiming, but you're still operating under the same physics that you're always operating under. From this point, you've now unlocked this harpoon. It came on this car. You are, if you choose, able to attach it to any of your cars. One more moment here, Andy. There we go.
Nailed it, sir. Well done. As we said, the AI are quite aggressive at the moment, so coming through that moment unscathed is actually quite impressive.
Excellent work, Theo.
Holy shit! What the hell, man?
Relax. Let us take it from here. Once things have calmed down, we'll take you home.
I
I'll
should
be
say
in
that
touch.
is obviously a lorry organised by Emery. Theo did not just harpoon himself onto a rando.
A very good point to mention.
It's in like the 80s or the 70s, whenever that car was made. Yeah, it's a cool touch.
There was a question there about economy, which I think was attached to that. So yeah, I think, if when we paused it, you may have seen the player wallet. We've debugged a load of cash here, so it's not the amount of money that you would have at this point in the game. But we are intending that you kind of build a connection with the car that you drive, that you kind of really kind of have a real sense of ownership, and you probably spend quite a long time in each of the cars that you purchase. So I think the economy is designed towards that end, that you probably aren't going to own every single car in the game, at least not for a little while. And the intention really is you kind of getting to really know the cars. They do all have very kind of unique characters and vehicle handling characteristics, which are which are tuned per car. We have already recorded a podcast which goes into some detail on that, which will be dropping next week. So look out for that one. We'll go into some detail on kind of the work we've done to each of the cars. But I think that's why when you've bought a car, you're going to want to spend a bit of time with it. You're going to want to see what those unique customization options are for that car, and honestly really get a sense of how it drives, because they do all have a really nice character, and I think you'll really enjoy spending a bit of time with them. Okay, we've got one from live chat. What languages will be supported in the game? Why have you put that bloody question through? We have got English for sure. We definitely have French, German, Italian, Spanish, more as well, I'm sure. I'm looking for help me. So I don't know why that question came through there, but I feel like I've been gotcha'd. Will the game have adjustable assist and accessibility settings, and how deep will it go? So you just put under the message over the bloody. Got some new people helping us out on this today. Accessibility and assist settings. Yes, so you will be able to customize all of those. Exactly how we ship this, we haven't actually decided. So the current setup of it is each car you get kind of behaves like that car would behave in real life. So if it's a car that would have had traction control turned on by default, then it is. If it's a car that wouldn't have that because it didn't exist when that car was made, that's the way that it works. And that's kind of cool because it feels kind of authentic to those cars, but might be something that is not great for accessibility and makes it a little bit hard in certain cases. So we're still toying around with that. But ultimately, even if that is the way that you get it as we ship it, you'll still be able to customize it and add traction control to a car that would not have had that in the period that it was released. I'm hearing from the chat, when the thing that was just put on the screen there, that chat are going crazy for the house. So let's walk around it a little bit and take it in. So yeah, this is it. This is Theo and Cass's pad.
Oh, can I do a shout out? If you look at the TV, well, not the TV, but the poster next to the TV, the R1K one up there, that was done by my wife.
Is she watching?
Yeah, she might be watching. Hi, Laura. Yeah, lovely work, mate. But yeah, if you go for a bit of a spin outside as well, actually, there's a very lovely pool as well there, which at some point will allow Theo to swim in. But
there's a fun development story here. So so from the very first version of this villa, it had a pool, and I was looking at that going, this is absolute hubris. How stupid are these guys putting a pool on the side of this house? Because if there is a pool, then it's an obvious player desire that you need to be able to go walk in that pool. And I mean, you can show the current implementation if you want, and it's not finished.
Done it, so this is
well, in some ways that was the same way that Turbo Boy happened, right?
It is actually.
We put an arcade cabinet in his house thinking this was a nice cool little prop,
and
then Mike was like, well, you have to make a game for that now. It's got to be
you can't just be going dropping an arcade cabinet and not having a game on it. So at the moment, like for example, there's no swim animation, is clothes don't get wet, but I felt it was absolute hubris putting this next to the villa, an entirely optional thing. No one forced him to do it. But once it's there, then obviously I need to be able to walk the character in it. The clothes need to get wet. It needs to leave wet footprints on the floor. Equally, well, what happens when I get the car in it? Which you can do. And so these guys, by putting the pool on the side of the house, sign themselves up for absolutely loads of work to support it. And I thought it was a very silly include. I felt like you could have just skipped all that. But not having the pool.
We'll do it. He'll get wet. He'll swim around. Well, he'll wade around and he'll get wet.
But most importantly, you can bounce around the flamingo float. That's key requirement.
Of course.
Done.
There's a question here about clutch tech. So
should we go for a drive?
Can we learn more about clutch tech?
We can.
So we're not going to reveal them all just yet. There are 6 clutch techs. Obviously, we've just unlocked the harpoon. What I will say about them is they all exist in the same physical world as the cars, and that is kind of something that I've been very insistent on throughout the development of the game. That the clutch techs they should feel like they aren't like this kind of bit. They're not magic. There's not some immersion breaking powers there. They should feel like they could have been built by the same engineering minds that made the cars on which they're attached. And to that end, they behave with the same physics that the cars do as well. And that leads to a place which I really like on a gameplay level, which is when you're using them, and this is true for all of them, but it's true for the harpoon that Andy has equipped at the moment. It's not they're not pre-canned outcomes. You're firing it off, and it's giving an impulse that is physically accurate, and then the outcome of that is what it is. And sometimes that's going to look really awesome, and it's going to feel like this incredible Hollywood moment. And sometimes you're absolutely going to stack it, and you're going to absolutely ruin the moment for yourself. What that leads to, I think, is a much more satisfying outcome. When you're under pressure, you're driving at speed, and you're thinking, "Can I just try and pull this off?" And you press that button. When it works, you feel like an absolute hero. When it doesn't work, that's still kind of funny. But then the moments are kind of not pre-canned. They are still physics driven. It is, like I say, all exists in the same world as our cars. And I would hope as well, in play doesn't feel like it is that immersion breaking thing, because we've really kind of done a bit of work there to make sure they feel like they belong in this world. And equally, like any upgrade for the cars, you choose your loadout. There's 6. You can have up to 3 of them applied at a time, and that then gives you the choices in how you can combo those together. And there are kind of fun ways that they can combo together. But yeah, kind of up to you once you've unlocked them how you utilize those, and you build out your loadout. There's a question about co-op. We're discussing co-op, are we? It says speak to co-op only. Thanks for the warning. Thanks for the thanks for the note there. They don't want me going too far off script. This game does feature online co-op, 2 players. 1 player plays as Theo, the other plays as Cass. The tutorial at the start is single player only, so you'll have to kind of just work through that on your own. After that, for the entire rest of the campaign, you can play online co-op. I'm not going to go into the details of it as much as I usually do, let my mouth run with me, but there are some really, really fun and intricate bits of co-op design throughout the game, which we are very, very proud of. But I'm going to save those for a later moment, and also it will absolutely ruin the story if I do it now. So I'm going we are working to do a spoiler-free version of that mission that you're currently thinking about, Ben, so that we can show that without completely ruining that big plot twist later on in the story.
These questions are fun.
Final fun questions. What's the coolest thing in the game? Well, that's dead easy. What's the coolest thing in the game? It's very obviously Little Sims.
Actually, that is true.
Of all the people I've met, Little Sims is the coolest. I think as a person, she is very exceptionally cool, given that that's the wording in the question. The performance she gives to the character is at times breathtaking, and I can't wait for you guys to get to know her a little bit more. What do you think the coolest thing in the game is?
What is the coolest thing in the game? I think it's the world we've built, man. It's a great space to make this kind of game. The driving roads are epic. We spent a bunch of time, doing some awesome research trips with the team where we went and saw this stuff for real, and came back just massively inspired. And I'm super proud of what we've been able to build as a play space. I think people are going to have a ton of fun with it.
Okay, next question. How did you make such a good-looking game with such a small team? Well, first of all, thank you for noticing that the game is good-looking, because we think it is too, and we are very proud of it. I will just remind everybody, we are a long way from release. This is, I think, for us and the games we might have shown you in a past life, this is very, very, very early to be showing things. This is
correct.
Far earlier than we ever would have done it previously. You have seen some rough edges in this that have certainly made us wince slightly as we go through. Yeah, exactly. But thank you for acknowledging that it does look pretty good, doesn't it? It's all right. You've said it's a small team. I don't know.
It's a medium-sized.
It's a medium-sized team. Yeah. We aren't.
But it is a great team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. The number of people is not really the measure of what you can achieve, right? It's the kind of the talent and capability of those particular individuals. And at Maverick, we have got an exceptional team with very, very, very talented individuals, and we have been able to do some things that have never been done before, and I think we've been able to put together a game that we are genuinely very, very proud of. But yeah, I think ultimately the quality of everything you're seeing here is a product of the caliber and the talent of the team here at Maverick. So all credit to those guys. I'm sure some of them are watching. So if you're watching, guys, well done. That guy saying it looks good, he's speaking to you. What else we got here? Why is the Fiat Multiplayer the greatest car of all time? The way we phrase this, which you'll see in an upcoming pod, is the new question. I'm gonna throw this one to Andy, actually.
Come on, Andy.
So, Andy, why is the Fiat Multiplayer the The best car in the world.
Tell me why it isn't the greatest car in the world.
No, you
it's
can't
got
get out of
everything.
it like that, mate.
No, I mean, it's. Hasn't it just become the most legendary meme at Maverick? It's got so much character.
I mean, you can get an
absolutely
entire
love it.
podcast studio inside one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool reason.
That's it.
And space to spare. Like we could fit.
Yeah.
You could probably fit another person here.
Just
we haven't-
about.
We're not using the boot. Right.
Yeah. And also, it probably was the most Maverick choice that we could have done right. Expect the unexpected.
And it's just got loads of cubby holes and stuff. It's got loads of places where you can put things.
Yeah.
And
Look at this. It's in the back seat.
every day's an adventure in this thing.
If we slam this shut, yeah. So we're in the back seat here, where typically that's where the children would go. It does have this little like ashtray here, though.
Italian children are different, aren't they? So.
It's very unusual, isn't it? I'll tell you one of the reasons it's not the best car in the world, and that's certainly not for the smell, because despite the full cleaning job we did on this thing, it does still have a bit of a.
It's a work in progress.
A bit of a musk, doesn't it?
There's a lovely view of Monaco over here, Andy.
Just out this way here, yeah.
Oh, there she is. Look at that. Ooh.
All this bonus content you're getting there.
When can we
Absolutely
see?
wasn't scripted.
When can we see the full map? Question there. The answer is not today. But if you want to jump in a car, can you see the map from when you're on foot? Does it work?
You want me to open the map?
Yeah, do it. Oh, that's enough. Close enough. Close
Okay.
it. Oh, right. Okay. So that very much not the full map that you just saw there. That is an absolute tiny snippet of map. We'll show the full map at some point. I imagine we'll probably do that fairly close to release. But we'll do more of these streams. So I think no doubt someone's already will have